Joining us now, former federal prosecutor Neama Rahmani. Thank you for being here. Illegally appointed, that's the claim. How so? What does that mean?
Marnie, under federal law, an interim U.S. attorney can only serve 120 days. After that, they have to be confirmed by the Senate. And if that doesn't happen, the judges in the district appoint a U.S. attorney. So the previous U.S. attorney here, Eric Siebert, he had served the 120 days. He didn't want to bring these charges against Comey, so he was forced out. The Trump administration and Donald Trump appointed Lindsay Halligan. So the question here is, can you circumvent this 120-day rule by appointing back-to-back interim U.S. attorneys? The defense says you can't do that. So this is important because normally, like Libby said, when a U.S. attorney is disqualified, that doesn't mean the entire office is disqualified. But in this particular case, which is unique, it was Halligan herself who went into the grand jury. Infamously, it was her first grand jury indictment ever. So because she was the one who handled the case personally, which U.S. attorneys never do, Marnie. Usually it's someone lower on the line. There's a possibility in this case, if she's disqualified, that would make the indictment fatally defective. And in Comey's case in particular, that's really important because the statute of limitations will have run. His statements to Ted Cruz and the Senate Judiciary Committee are now more than 5 years ago. So there's the possibility in this case that if the court goes along with the defense motion, then not only is Halligan off the case, but the indictment is dismissed as well.
So the judge, understanding the high stakes of the decision today, what factors will the judge be considering to make this decision?
Well, two factors. First is, can you do back-to-back interim appointments? Is that constitutional, or is that an end run around the rule that says that the Senate needs to advise and consent when it comes to these appointments, right? That's what their role is. The president nominates, the Senate confirms. Now, if the defense is able to prove that the appointment was unlawful, then the question is, well, is it procedurally defective, and therefore does it prejudice the defense to have someone who is not in that position? Again, what makes this unique, and defense lawyers across the country are challenging Trump's U.S. attorney appointments. It's happening here in Los Angeles, where I am. Bill Asaley, the U.S. attorney, has served more than 120 days. The judge actually removed him. And then also in Nevada, in Las Vegas, we have an office there as well. So that's not uncommon. What's uncommon is Halligan personally handling this case, what she told the grand jurors. And again, especially in Comey's case, if that indictment is struck, then there's a chance that he walks a free man.
And can charges be brought again if that's the case, if it is dismissed?
In Comey's case, probably not, because of that 5-year statute of limitations. So let's not forget, in Comey's case, we're talking about a leak that happened in approximately 2017. He wasn't prosecuted during the first Trump administration because now time is run. It's been more than 5 years. So as sort of an end run around the statute, he's being prosecuted for making a false statement to Congress about that 2017 leak to the media. And he told the Senate Judiciary Committee that he stands by his earlier testimony that he didn't authorize that leak. So the statute was about to run. It was literally within days, and the former U.S. Attorney Eric Siebert did not want to bring these charges. That's why he was forced out. Lindsay Halligan was appointed, and even though she had no prosecution experience, she's an insurance defense lawyer, she agreed to present the case to the grand jury, and she was only actually able to get indictments on 2 of the 3 counts, which is also surprising. And there's also one other issue in this case. There were 2 indictments. The grand jury rejected one. Halligan signed both of them and submitted the wrong one. So expect that to be an issue during today's indictment as well. And what's also unique is the judge asked for a transcript of what Halligan told the grand jurors. We know grand jury proceedings are secret. So there's also the possibility that she said something unlawful, maybe pushed the grand jurors in one direction or another. So that may also be another basis the judge in this case may dismiss the indictment.
All right. We'll know soon enough. Neama Rahmani, thank you as always.
Thanks, Marnie. Talk soon.
All right.